Hi, I just want to say thank you so much for meeting with me today. Can you tell me a little bit more about yourself, about your previous job experience?
Hi, yes, my name is Tonyanika Fogle. My previous job experience of current recent one was with waste management, where I managed 17 drivers directly, where we picked up waste and recycled. Prior to that was with Ryder, and at Ryder I was more so of a trainer, where I traveled to different locations with new upcoming warehouses or retraining old staff members to make sure they stayed in compliance. And prior to that, was with Snyder. And with Snyder, I did handle a lot of import and export shipments where they were crossing the border, where it was into Canada or crossing the border into from Texas or California. And that where we also would put on the rail to travel from the rail yard to whatever the nearest vessel shipment was at if it was coming out of Illinois. And with that, it could be going wherever. And with also, it was more so where we tracked it once they left the driver, we still had to track all shipments to make sure they made it to their final destination. Or if it was importing in, we made sure the driver picked up on time, was at the rail with the proper paperwork that was needed, because you do have some complications when it gets to picking up shipments. I use different tracking systems to follow to make sure all shipment had arrived on time or if it was any delays with that. And that was once it got here, then the driver would be on site to pick up and then deliver to the customer that was related to that shipment. As far as if it was being exported out of the US, we still had to track it to make sure it still made it to its final destination, whether it was in Guam or several other different locations across the nation. And I did that for about 3 years with Snyder. But overall, I have about 6 with other previous jobs like Spot Freight, where we delivered while we managed mainly just the shipments only, not the drivers. So that's a big brief about myself.